Here's the thing about preseason rankings. They're built on talent. Every team in this top 25 has a guy, one player who can carry them through June. These players don't just matter, they're why their teams are ranked where they are. Today we're going to break down all 25 teams and the superstar behind each one, starting with number 25, Texas A&M. Chris Hakopian is a junior third baseman and the Aggies' centerpiece in the middle of the infield. Top 20 transfer prospect who arrived from Maryland with elite offensive numbers and draft pedigree. He's the anchor. Last season at Maryland, he hit .375 with a .502 on-base percentage and a .656 slugging, posting 14 homers and 61 RBIs. That is legit. For 2026, he's Texas A&M's lead bat and a potential first-round draft pick. He transforms the Aggies' offense. Next up, we move on to number 24. Tony Pluta is a senior right-handed pitcher and Arizona's closer returning for his final year. Last year was the stopper of the year nationally, making him the best reliever. He's a preseason All-American by perfect game, and he's a closer who anchors their bullpen with veteran experience and proven stuff. Last season, he had a 1.46 ERA with 34 strikeouts and was Arizona's go-to late-inning arm. For 2026, he's the returning anchor of Arizona's bullpen. He's the experienced closer who locks down games. Next up, we move to Vanderbilt, ranked 23rd. Braden Holcomb is a junior third baseman and Vanderbilt's breakout candidate heading into 2026. The Vanderbilt Hustler called him built for the moment after his sophomore production. He's got all-star potential. Last season, he hit .275 with 9 home runs and 34 RBIs, showing his offensive potential and defensive skills at the hot corner. For 2026, he's Vanderbilt's rising star with first-round draft potential. He could break out this season. Next up, we move to the number 22 team, Miami, anchored by Daniel Cuvée, a junior first baseman and Miami's power bat in the middle of the order. Breakout freshman who showed significant power potential as a first-year contributor for the Hurricanes. He's the slugger. Last season, he showed significant offensive power that caught scouts' attention and established him as Miami's future. For 2026, he's Miami's offensive anchor and a potential draft prospect. He carries middle of the Hurricanes lineup. Wake Forest, ranked 21st, is anchored by Cade Lewis, a junior infielder, and Wake's offensive leader in the lineups. ACC all-freshman team honoree who broke out early in his college career, and he's a consistent bat in the middle of the order. Last season, he had .376 with 18 doubles, 11 home runs, and 59 RBIs, showing elite offensive production. For 2026, he's Wake Forest's most consistent bat and a potential draft prospect. He carries the Demon Deacons offense. Next up, we get to the team in the number 20 spot, Southern Miss. They're anchored by Joey Urban, a senior outfielder and Southern Miss's offensive engine in his final year. A career .332 hitter who's been a consistent middle-of-the-order contributor throughout his Crusaders career. He's the veteran leader. Last season, he had .332 with power production that made him a consistent threat at the plate. For 2026, he's the senior leader and offensive anchor. This is his last chance to lead Southern Miss to the postseason. Clemson, ranked 19th, is anchored by junior right-handed pitcher Aiden Kanak, and Clemson's top starter, returning arm with significant draft interest and proven stuff in ACC competition. He's the ace of Clemson's weekend rotation. Last season, he anchored their rotation with consistent outings and high strikeout potential. For 2026, he's the workhorse that carries the pitching staff and a potential mid-first-round draft pick. Next, we move to Kentucky, who's anchored by superstar prospect Tyler Bell. Check out our top 10 players in college baseball video if you want to hear more about him. But he's a sophomore shortstop and Kentucky's offensive leader up the middle. Freshman All-American who earned accolades as a first-year contributor, he's a strong bat in a key position for the Wildcats. Last season, he hit .296 with 10 home runs and 46 RBIs as a freshman, proving he can compete at the SEC level. For 2026, he's Kentucky's centerpiece and a potential draft prospect. He leads the Wildcats offense. Next up, we move on to NC State, who's led by Ty Head, a sophomore outfielder and catcher, and the Wolfpack's breakout bat. He made an immediate impact as a true freshman with power potential that caught scouts' eyes. Baseball America highlighted his offensive upside early on. Last season, he hit .274 with 4 home runs and 33 RBIs in his freshman year, and for 2026, he's going to be their offensive spark plug and a player ready to take a big leap. He's the young bat with star potential. Next up, we have Florida State, ranked 16th, led by Miles Bailey, a sophomore first baseman and FSU's raw power hitter. He has the most raw power in college baseball with plus tools across the board. He's a middle-of-the-order masher with explosive potential. Last season, he hit .327 with 19 home runs and 56 RBIs as a freshman, showing why scouts love his power potential. For 2026, he'll be the offensive anchor for Florida State and a potential first-round power bat. Georgia ranked 15th, and they're going to be led by Trey Phelps, a junior infielder and the Bulldogs' offensive catalyst. Returning for his junior year after a productive sophomore season, he's a steady producer in the middle of the order who gets consistent at-bats. Last season, he hit .318 with 10 home runs and 44 RBIs in SEC play. For 2026, he's Georgia's table setter and offensive anchor. He's the veteran presence in the middle of the lineup under Coach Wes Johnson. Next up, we move on to Tennessee, who's ranked 14th, led by transfer catcher Henry Ford. He's a junior, and he's going to be a middle-of-the-order bat for them. Preseason All-American with Brady Frederick leading the way. Perfect game honors recognize his offensive prowess and leadership. Last season, he hit .362 with 11 home runs and 46 RBIs, and at the time of committing to Tennessee, he was the #1 player in the transfer portal. He's going to be a offensive centerpiece for the Vols in 2026 and hopefully can carry them through the SEC gauntlet. Florida ranked 13th with Liam Peterson as their anchor, a junior right-handed pitcher and the Gators' top draft prospect. Top 13 prospect in the country with elite stuff across all pitches. He's the ace of Florida's future on the mound. I had him as a top 10 player in that other video I spoke about earlier. And last season, he struck out 96 in 69.1 innings with advanced mechanics and a plus fastball. For 2026, he's Florida's Friday night starter, and he carries the staff and is a legitimate first-round draft candidate. Next up, we move to Oregon State, led by Dax Whitney, a sophomore right-handed pitcher and the Beavers' weekend starter. 6'3" frame with a strong arm and advanced stuff. He's part of Oregon State's weekend rotation that anchors their competitive rotation. Last season, he posted a 3.4 ERA with 120 strikeouts and 76 innings as a true freshman. He's the cornerstone of Oregon State's pitching staff and one of the most promising arms in the country that might be leading the best pitching staff in the country. North Carolina, ranked 11th, led by Jason DeCaro, is a junior right-handed pitcher and the Diamond Heels Friday night ace. 6'5", 230 pounds with a devastating changeup that anchors UNC's rotation. He's the staff's most trusted starter in big games. Last season, he went 9-3 with a 3.78 and 70 strikeouts, establishing himself as an ACC-level pitcher. For 2026, he's projected in the top first 3 rounds of the draft. He's the leader of North Carolina's pitching staff. Ranked 10th is Sawyer Strasnider for TCU. He's a sophomore outfielder and a Big 12 Freshman of the Year. He hit .350 with 10 triples, and the second most in the nation, and posted a quadruple-double, only the 4th player since 2002 to accomplish that feat. He is an elite athlete. Last season, he had 11 home runs and 51 RBIs with explosive potential at the plate. For 2026, he's a tooled-out outfielder with plus power, plus speed, and a plus arm. He's one of the most exciting young bats in the Big 12. Next up, we move to team number 9, Auburn, led by Chris Rembert. He's a sophomore second baseman and Auburn's leadoff hitter. Freshman All-American who anchors the top of Auburn's lineup alongside another All-American in Chase Fralick. He's part of Auburn's dynamic offensive core. Last season, he hit .344 with a .467 on-base percentage and elite speed at the top of the order. For 2026, he's the table setter for Auburn's prolific offense. He gets on base and sets up the power bats behind him. Next up, we move to the number 8 team, Louisville, led by Zion Rose. He's a junior outfielder and the Cardinals' offensive centerpiece. First team All-ACC last season, he helped Louisville make the College World Series and was a key part of their tournament run. Last season, he hit .310 with 13 home runs and 67 RBIs, establishing himself as an ACC middle-of-the-order bat. For 2026, he's ranked 27 in the draft class and Louisville's offensive leader. He can carry them deep into June. Next up, we move on to Arkansas, led by senior catcher and the Razorbacks' leader behind the plate, Ryder Helfrich. He led Arkansas to the College World Series semifinals last season as their game caller and emotional anchor. He's a proven winner in the biggest moments. Last season, he hit .310 with 12 home runs and was instrumental in Arkansas's College World Series run. For 2026, he's the veteran presence that anchors the pitching staff and lineup. This is his final chance to lead Arkansas to Omaha. Next up, we move to team number 6, Coastal Carolina. They rank 6th, and Cameron Flukie is a big reason why. He's a junior right-handed pitcher and the preseason Pitcher of the Year. First-team All-American and perfect game preseason Pitcher of the Year. He dominated in the College World Series last year with 10 innings pitched and elite stuff. Last season, he had a 2.7 ERA in the College World Series play and was a finalist for the Golden Spikes Award. For 2026, he's the 9th-ranked prospect in the country and one of my top 10 players. Coastal doesn't make Omaha without him on the mound. Next up, we move to Georgia Tech, led by junior outfielder Drew Burress, an ACC Freshman of the Year. After an elite freshman campaign, he led the nation in triples as a freshman and earned second-team All-American and first-team All-ACC honors. He's a tooled-up outfielder with plus power and plus speed. Last season, he hit .350 with 10 triples and then also 11 home runs in ACC play. For 2026, he's Georgia Tech's offensive engine and is projected as a top 10 pick in the draft. He's one of the most dynamic young hitters in the country. Next up, we move to Mississippi State, who ranks 4th. They're going to be led by Ace Reese, a junior first baseman and the emotional leader of the Bulldogs under new coach Brian O'Connor. He broke out as a sophomore with a monster offensive production and earned first-team preseason All-American honors heading into 2026. He's the face of the program. Last season, he hit .352 with 21 home runs and 66 RBIs, establishing himself as an SEC power bat. For 2026, he's the middle-of-the-order threat that gives Mississippi State a legitimate Omaha ceiling. He's a potential first-round draft pick. Texas, ranked 3rd, will be led by Dylan Volantis, a sophomore left-handed pitcher and the SEC's best closer. He was the National Freshman of the Year last year and earned first-team All-American honors as a true freshman. He set the SEC freshman saves record with 12 saves. Last season, he posted a 1.94 ERA with 12 saves in the SEC championship season. For 2026, he's anchoring Texas's bullpen after they won the SEC regular season title in their first year in the conference. He closes down the stretch in big moments. Next up, we'll move to our second-ranked team, LSU. Derek Curiel is a sophomore outfielder and the only returning All-American bat for the defending national champions. He was the National Freshman of the Year last season and earned second-team All-American honors as a true freshman. He's already a first-team preseason All-American heading into his sophomore year. Last season, he hit .345 with 20 doubles, 7 homers, and 55 RBIs in their championship run. For 2026, he's the centerpiece of LSU's reload after losing 9 draft picks to the MLB. He's the proven bat that makes their championship window stay open. And lastly, we'll move to UCLA, our first-ranked team, and Rock Chalowski's team that he will be leading. He is a junior shortstop and the consensus best position player in college baseball. He was the unanimous National Player of the Year in 2025, winning Big Ten Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. The first UCLA player to ever accomplish that feat. Baseball America named him their College Player of the Year. Last season, he hit .353 with 23 home runs and 74 RBIs, posting a 6.5 WAR that led all of Division I. For 2026, he's staying to boost his draft stock. He's the #1 prospect in the country and a generational shortstop talent. UCLA doesn't make Omaha without him, and he will definitely be one of the best players in the country this season. That's our top 25. 25 teams, 25 superstars, all of them coming into 2026 with huge expectations. Some will deliver, some won't. That's why we watch baseball. If you want a deep dive on individual teams and players, subscribe now. We're dropping conference previews, prospect breakdowns, and rankings updates every week from now until Omaha in June. Thanks for watching.